welcome back to my channel and happy Vlogmas day 18. So about 10 days ago, I asked on my Instagram wall, my Instagram stories, my Facebook, and my community tab for you guys to send me questions that you wanted answered, and I have 2 complete pages of questions ready to go. If you sent a question in and I don't answer it in this video, chances are pretty likely that I've answered it in previous Q&As, so I'm gonna leave those down below. I think there's 2 of them, so you can go check those out. I like watching Q&As. I like to get to know the people that I watch, so I hope that you enjoy this video too. I am coming to you on my bed, and I'm just gonna be 100% honest, because people say all the time, your bedroom is always so clean. That's why I'm on the bed today, because it's not so clean. I have wrapping paper and tape and shipping supplies and gift tags and ribbon and all of the stuff. And that stuff takes a long time to pull out and then put back and then pull out again. So I just decided I would go on the bed and create the illusion that my room is clean. But now you guys know the secret between me and Fence Post. All right, I'm gonna open my Advent for day 5 really quickly. On the 5th day of Advent, Miranda sent to me. Advent, I totally sang the word Advent. Advent. If you don't know, I have been swapping gifts with my friend Miranda over at Life with Miranda. We each sent each other 12 gifts. We're on day 5. Oh my goodness. What in the sugar coma is that? That looks amazing. It says dark chocolate coated with peppermint marshmallow. This is gonna be so cute on my hot chocolate bar because it's all done in red and white this year. I love this. Thank you, Miranda, so much. You guys, I did do a playlist. I'm linking it down below so you can see all the videos that I've done with Miranda's gifts to me and all the videos she's done with my gifts to her. So if you want to see what I got her some good stuff. I had so much fun shopping. Then hop on over to her channel and watch. If you're new, my name is Kristy and I'm so glad that you're here. I do all kinds of videos. So if you like what you see, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is totally free. And let's go ahead and get started with the questions. So my first question is from Tracy B. Now Tracy B is what I call a friend in my head. Like, I feel like if we ever hung out, we would be besties. I totally do. I'm in love with this girl. I want to meet her in real life. It's totally one of my YouTube goals. And so Tracy, if you're watching, hi. It says, how many packages do you receive every day? It really depends on a particular month, and it also depends on the time of the month. So I could receive anywhere from 1 to 7 boxes in a day. A lot of times between the 25th and the 30th of a month, I will get maybe 5 or 6 boxes that are ready to go for like the next month. So maybe December, like November 25th through the 30th, I would get like 5 or 6 boxes that are needing to go up right away in December. I got a ton of boxes, like 17 between the 5th and the 15th of this month. So it was a lot of pressure to get those out. I haven't done as many lifestyle videos because I wanted to get those boxes out in case you saw one that you could get somebody for Christmas or it just sparked an idea for you. So it really just depends. There are lulls during the month. Usually that 3rd week of the month gets hard. The 2nd week and the 4th week are a little busier. But I do get a lot of boxes. And then sometimes it's hard to tell because I will have companies reach out to me and say, hey, will you review my box? And I will get it for one time and then never hear from them again. Because I do give you an honest opinion. I'm always kind. And then some people, they'll say, can you review my box? And I say yes. And then they keep sending it. And I don't ever know when it's gonna come because I don't get shipping notices. I'm very thankful for those, and those are always fun because it's like a surprise on my front door. Okay, my second question is from Lisa Smith. Hi, Lisa. Lisa's one of my earliest subscribers. Lisa and Dina Elkins. If you're watching, hey. It says, if you could get only one makeup / lifestyle box, what would you get? Lisa, that is a mean question, first of all. It would be hard. It would either be between Pop Sugar, which is a quarterly box, or Boxy Luxe, which is also a quarterly box. But with Boxy Luxe, you have to subscribe to Boxy Charm. So you'd get Boxy Charm 2 months and Boxy Luxe the 3rd. So because I would get a box every month, it would probably be Boxy Luxe. I think so, except I really, really like Pop Sugar. Guys, if you hear voices in the background, my family is home today, so you're just hearing real life in the Smith house. Okay, so my next question is from Doing Life with Miranda. She's who sent me that yummy marshmallow. It says, if you could go back and give your new to YouTube self advice, what would it be? And do you watch your own videos? I don't watch a lot of my old videos. I just don't have time. I have been watching last year's Vlogmases and I'm like, oh, I still have that sweater. I need to go find it. So I've been getting some outfit inspiration from last year's Vlogmases, and I do watch videos that my kids are in. They have grown so much. It will be 3 years that I've been doing YouTube at the end of January, and they have grown so much. They just hit puberty like when I started, and so they look like babies when I started, and now they're like grown adult looking humans. So I do watch some of those. What I would tell my new to YouTube self is probably nothing other than don't be afraid, and a lot of like back office stuff like tagging your videos, a lot of more how-to or admin type things that I just didn't know and I found out later. That's probably what I would say, but just to not be afraid. And honestly, I have no regrets about doing YouTube except that I didn't start earlier. Okay, the next one is from Catherine Bennington. Will the Fab Five take a road trip this year? There's been talk, but I don't think there's anything in concrete, and so I don't really know. I think there will definitely be some kind of girls trip. I don't know if it will be with the Fab Five, but I'm toying with the idea of maybe doing a different kind of trip. So you'll have to stay tuned and see what happens with that. My next question is from Mascara to Midnight, and she said, what are your goals for your channel? I've met one of my goals, and that was a financial goal this past month in November, which was a big deal. And now I'm just really shooting to hit that 10,000 subscriber mark. If you've been around my channel for a while, you know the joke in my household is my son kind of has said I'm not a real YouTuber until I hit 10,000. He doesn't really tell his friends. He did in the beginning and took some ribbing on it. And so I just want to show him that his old mama can do it. So that's really my next goal, is just that 10,000. And Social Blade, which is sort of an app that sort of helps YouTubers, has me projected as hitting it about July. So we'll see if that happens. Cross our fingers. I'm hoping a little bit sooner, but we'll see. I'm content where I am right now. Adventures with Heather asked, have you ever been on a cruise? And what is your dream vacay? I have been on 2 cruises. I really liked them. I was planning to go, my really best girlfriend, you know, are Yvette and Favor of 3 of the Fab Five. I love Tiffany and Terry also, but I talk to them the most. And Favor's doing a group cruise with a lot of her subscribers and friends. And I was planning to go on that. I really wanted to, but it was just not a good time for my family. It's right before school. It's out in the summer. It's finals week. I have teenagers who are in high school, and I just didn't feel comfortable leaving my husband with the kids for that long during finals. I would be gone about 10 days. So I'm not going to be able to go on that cruise, although I'm really sad, but one day I'm going to go on a cruise with Favor. I know it. And what's my dream vacay? Probably right now, I think it changes every year, but right now I really want to go to Iceland. I really want to go to Iceland. My second choice would be Fiji. So those are my 2 like bucket list, like far away places that I would like to visit. Okay, Nicole Straw. If I'm saying anybody's name wrong, please forgive me. Have you ever been recognized in public? I have never been recognized in public. I don't know what I would do, because half the time when I'm in public, I look like a total slob. I would probably be super embarrassed. Okay, number 8 is from E Serrano. Will you do a video with your BFF? You guys have seen videos with my BFFs, Favor and Yvette. You've seen vlogs with them. I think you'll probably see other videos with them throughout the year where we're maybe together. But those are really honestly my absolute BFFs. And my friends that are here in Georgia, they don't really get the YouTube thing. If we go out and have girls' night out or something, they don't really ask about it. They just don't really get it. So I don't think that they would be interested in doing a video. .com mom says, you seem like a highly organized and scheduled person. Is that true? No. I am very fly by the seat of my pants. I just work well that way. People say sometimes that it's not a good thing to work well under pressure. I just have 17 balls going all at the same time. And so I just have to always be working on the one that's about to fall into this hand, and then the other ones just have to hang there for a minute. So I'm always working on whatever is coming up the soonest. I have figured out for myself that I have to make a to-do list. I have to. Before I go to bed or when I wake up in the morning or at some point in the day, I make a to-do list. It just helps me. And then if I'm vacuuming or driving in the car or whatever, if something pops into my head, I have to write it down right away or I lose it. It just makes me feel a little less chaotic, but I am not as organized as I would like to be, but I try to be, but it's an illusion. I feel like I create the illusion. Let's see. How would you describe your decor style? I mean, I think it's farmhouse influenced. I am going to be doing a lot more decorating in my house this year, I think, as I start to make a little bit more money on YouTube and that disposable income can go. I want to get new windows in my house and new blinds, and I've already booked the painters to come. I think the 1st of March was as soon as they could get here. And so there are going to be some things going. I think bright and like brighter walls and clean with probably a farmhouse inspiration is probably where I go. Life with Lois said, will you ever do a cook with me? Oh gosh, y'all. I can't tell you the amount of times that I have bought ingredients to do a cooking video and then said, I just don't want to film it. I do not enjoy cooking. I'm actually pretty good at cooking. I have a great instinct for it. I make food that tastes good, but honestly, that fly by the seat of my pants comes out in my cooking. I don't measure. Baking, I know you have to, but with cooking, I just throw some salt. I'll be like, oh, maybe some minced onion would taste good in this, or I just make my own recipes. So it makes it really hard when you're filming and people want to know the exact amount of salt or whatever you use. So in theory, yes, I will do cooking videos again, but honestly, they're just not my favorite to film, to be 100% honest. Bridget C said, how are you planning on beating the January blues? What other hobbies do you have besides Stitch Fix? Okay, so I'm glad you asked this question because I feel like there is a assumption that I had like the winter blues last year. I did do a video entitled How I Am Feeling, and I said in that video, I just feel like something's off. I'm not really sure. It scared me a little bit that so many people were quick to write it off as the winter blues or the January blues, because I knew that wasn't it. I wasn't depressed, and it turned out that I was severely anemic. I not only had no iron in my system, but my stores were completely gone too. The doctor's like, I don't know how you're functioning. That's my personality though, is to just keep going. And that's really why. So it wasn't that I had the January blues, and I just caution everybody to, and if you said that, it was totally fine. I got where people were coming from, but I would just caution people to say stuff like that because it was honestly not the case. It was really something super simple by just going to get a blood test at the doctor, and I felt like a new woman. But I was that way for probably 6 months of not understanding what was going on. I didn't know if I was going through menopause or what was happening, and it was just something stupid. Like I literally had no iron in my body. I've always been a little bit anemic. Okay, the next question is from Jen Tolan. Hey Jen, it says, how did you meet your husband and how did he propose? So I actually met my husband online. I moved to Georgia and I didn't know anybody. I took a job in Louisiana, and they said, if you take this job for 2 years, you can move wherever you want. And I picked Georgia. I grew up in Florida, and I like Florida, but it is so hot, and I just enjoyed trying out new places. I went to college at the University of Tennessee. I love living in Louisiana for those 2 years. And so I do like the South. I feel like I'm a Southern girl at heart. So I decided to come to Georgia. I didn't know anybody, and I just wanted to make some friends. And so I actually joined Yahoo Personals. I don't know if it was called Personals back then. It was like, there wasn't really any online dating. I think I was like the first group of people. And he sent me an email. When you post your profile, you get like 50 people, I don't remember, a ton of emails flood in asking if you want to date or talking. And I remember seeing my husband's and thinking there were people that were more interesting. That's awful to say. And a couple of weeks later, he messaged me again and said, hey, I messaged you once. I really like your profile. It was too good not to try again. So do you want to come hang out? And he had season passes to the Thrashers, which didn't hurt because I'm a hockey fan. And we really just started out as being friends, and quickly it evolved into something else. We, I think, only dated for it might have been right at a year. Anyway, and I didn't know he was proposing. I was very clear to him. I was 29, and I said, if you're not interested, let me know, because I'm 29 and I need to move on. I wasn't necessarily looking for a husband, to be honest with you, but I didn't want to waste years in a relationship that wasn't going to go anywhere, because I knew I wanted to get married and have kids. And he very quickly started looking for houses and making sure that I was very into the process, and he bought a house, and that night proposed. I had no idea it was coming whatsoever. We went to this really cool like plantation restaurant in the middle of Atlanta, and when I got there, there were flowers on the table, but my husband's very sweet. His love language is acts of service, so he always does kind things for me. He loves to like do the laundry, you know, he does the grocery shopping, or he'll load the dishes, or he's very good in that way. And so it wasn't unlike him to be romantic. I didn't think that it was coming. We had talked about it, obviously, and then I literally like looked over and he was on one knee. So it was pretty exciting. Okay, what are my Christmas plans? This is by D Hattab. Ask, what are my Christmas plans? So up until 2 years ago, I have been to Florida every Christmas of my whole entire life. Last year, we decided to stay home. My family's in Florida, but they're very spread out. Everybody lives 45 minutes to an hour away from each other. And so we would drive 8 hours. My kids would share a room at my mom's house, which was fine. There's nothing wrong with them sharing a room, but they're teenagers. They're kind of wanting some more privacy. My parents live way out in the country. There wasn't a lot for them to do. And we would drive, my parents are divorced and remarried. Both of them have been remarried for like 25 years. So we would drive to my dad's house. We would drive to my grandparents' house. We would drive to do something with my brother. We were driving somewhere every day, and it was our vacation, and we were tired. And so last year we didn't go home for Christmas, and this year we've decided we're not going to go home for Christmas. My parents are coming up on Friday, so I'm really excited. They're gonna drop off the presents, and we're gonna send presents home with them. But it's just nice. It's just nice. I'm not saying we won't ever go back to Florida, but for right now, I think we're happy at home with our little family of 4 and the cats, and enjoying our time of just quiet. I feel like we travel a lot with hockey, and so it's nice to just have a little bit of a breather. So that is our plans. Nothing exciting. Kim Fishlin, you've talked about cross stitch before. What projects are you currently working on, and what type of patterns do you like? So I meant to have this pulled, but I don't. So right now I've been working on a bunch of ornaments, which are so cute. I did them on little tiny 3-inch hoops. The only thing is, I was planning to give some for Christmas presents. I was planning to send one to Miranda for our 12 days of Christmas. The fronts are beautiful. My stitches look great, but I cannot figure out how to finish them and not make it look like a 5-year-old. I'm not gonna get off the bed. Well, you know what? I am. I'm gonna stop the video and show you in case anybody hasn't. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so this is one of the ornaments that I made. I haven't finished this one, but isn't it pretty? Love it. And I'm just gonna put a little navy ribbon right here to hang it up. And this is the little tiny one I made also. The problem is, when I finish them, it looks like a kindergartner finished it. And because they were gifts, if they were for me, I would be fine, but because they were gifts, I just don't think it's what I want to give. So that is what I'm currently working on, and trying to figure out how to finish them and make them not look like a kindergartner. I also have a very large Christmas print that's probably going to take me 2 years to finish. I didn't realize how big and entailed it was when I bought it, but I am in. I go to Sewing Circle every Tuesday night and work on it. I don't work on it a lot outside of that, but I would like to do more. I have been looking at sort of cross-stitch boxes, but I haven't found one that I like. So you may see some more crafts on my channel. Cross-stitch is hard in terms of style. I feel like there's a lot of like country or cheesiness to them. I don't know that I have a style. I feel like Nordic, I sort of like a Nordic style, or that's what I would call this. But I don't, there's not a style that I 100% love. Okay, my next question is from C Pramsey, I think is how I've said her name. Again, if I messed up your name, let me know. It says, will we ever see your hubby on camera? You have seen my hubby on camera in the very beginning of my channel. You can sometimes see him on my Instagram if we go out on a date. Sometimes I will post. I don't think I've posted him for a little while. He's just very shy. He's not into being on camera, and so I don't know that you would ever do a video. I have asked him a million times. I want to do that challenge where the husband buys the wife's clothes. He's like, are you kidding me? Do you really want a divorce? Because he thinks I'll kill him with what he picks out. So anyway, I don't think you'll ever see him. He's just not that guy. And that's okay, I totally respect that. But he has been on vlogs, like you've seen glimpses of him. So if you go back and watch my very early videos, you will definitely see glimpses of him. Okay, so my next question is also from C Pramsey. You get a lot of boxes. Do you pay for all of them? I am very fortunate in that companies do reach out to me. I've been doing this long enough where they will reach out and ask me if they can send a box for review. That does help. Obviously, as an unboxing channel, I could not possibly pay for all the boxes that I receive. I just wouldn't be able to live, and I don't want to put my family in debt. My goal is to pay for about $125 worth of boxes a month, and then the rest of that goes to my family. So it does help that I do get boxes for review. I try, and I've just been doing this lately, is the very first thing in my description box will tell you if I get it for review or not. It does not change my opinion. I tell the companies I'm gonna give my honest opinion. I always try to keep it positive. I've never had, except for the Ellen box, and if you guys watched that Ellen box, you knew how hard it was for me to keep it positive, because I thought that first box, was it the first one? No, it was the second one. The first one I liked. It was awful, and I was trying so hard, but y'all were cracking up because you knew it wasn't good, and so did I. I actually paid for that Ellen box too. Would you ever consider creating a video on how to start a YouTube channel? That is coming, I promise. I know I've promised it for a long time. It's either coming at the very end of December, right after Christmas, or the very beginning of January. So it is coming. Definitely stay tuned. Conus 1020 said, what started you doing YouTube, and what year did you start? So it'll be 3 years in January, and I just got a lot of subscription boxes. I got Stitch Fix, I got Birchbox, I got Ipsy. It seems like I got a couple of other ones back in and out, and I just started watching and thinking, I think I could do that. And so I threw it up on the wall one day to see if it stuck. I really thought this channel was going to be a vlogging channel. I never dreamed it would be an unboxing channel. It didn't start out that way, and that's sort of what it morphed into, and I love it. I'm still trying to morph it into a little hybrid of unboxings and lifestyle. Do you love doing YouTube, and do you ever not want to post? Yes, I love doing YouTube, and yes, sometimes I don't want to post. I got a haircut yesterday, you guys. I kept it pretty long, but it's a little floofy right now. Yes, I love doing YouTube, and yes, there are times I don't want to post. Vlogmas is really hard because December is extra busy as it is, and then when I do Vlogmas and put that pressure on me of you have to have a video, so sometimes it's not as fun because I don't ever have to post a video, but I've made a commitment, and so I want to do that. So yeah, there are definitely times that I don't want to post a video, but I've made a commitment either to a company or to you guys. Let's see. Dee Dee Clark said, are you into designer bags? Not really. I'm still not a huge purse girl. I do love my Balzano bag subscription, although there is a designer purse that I am considering getting once I hit 10,000 subscribers, like a little treat yourself. It is rather pricey. It is the Louis Vuitton Neverfull I love a big tote bag. That's what I carry most of the time. I travel with them, and I think that I would get enough use out of it to justify the price, but I haven't 100% decided if I'm gonna like hit the trigger with that or not. But that would be the bag that I would choose if I decided to get a designer bag. How many hours a week do you film and edit, and do you do your own editing? Yes, I do my own editing. I film, I don't know, it just depends on how many videos I do. It usually takes me anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour to film, because sometimes I'll like start a video and then I'm like, this is not working. So I have to try it a few times. You have to get ready, get your makeup done, figure out your hair. Do you have to iron the clothes? Do you know the information on the box? Then you film, and then you edit. Editing can take a while too sometimes. I do like to edit, and then once you've edited it and you upload it to YouTube, there's a whole lot of what we call back office things that you have to do, like tags. So if somebody's searching for BoxyCharm, you have to know how to tag your video so that hopefully yours comes up at the top so somebody will want to see it. So there's a lot of ins and outs. I would say I work 25 hours at least on YouTube a week. It has become, the pay has become such that it is a part-time job now, so I don't mind that. For a while, it was not that way, but you got to pay your dues, right? The next one is by Doorheart Jewelry. How has YouTube changed you? Do you find it hard to switch off from thinking about your channel? I do think YouTube has changed me a little bit, but all in positive ways. I feel like I'm more confident. You guys have seen, those of you who have watched all along, my fashion game has gone up a little bit. I never used to wear dangly earrings. I never used to wear nail polish. I feel a little bit more comfortable in how I decorate my house. I just feel like it's given me a little bit more confidence. It's given me some of the best friendships of my life. I talk to ladies every single day. I talk to Yvette, the Yvette Renee is her channel, every single day. She's my bestie. I talk to Life with Favor almost every day. I talk to Doing Life with Miranda almost every day. So I think friendships are a really exciting part that have come from YouTube also. Let's see, there's 2 more questions. Is your Christmas shopping done? No. So Christmas shopping for me is in 3 phases. Phase 1 is actually shipping out to my dad's side of the family. So that got done today. Hence all the mess down here. Phase 2 is shipping to my mom's side of the family, which also includes my brother and my cousin and her daughter, who I call my niece. So my parents are coming up on Friday, so I have to have everything wrapped and ready to go. I also do my mom's Christmas stocking so that they can take those with them. So right now I'm in phase 2 and focusing on that. And then phase 3 is my own personal family. I do have quite a bit of that done. I don't think I'm ready. I'm done with stocking stuffers. And my daughter, my 16-year-old daughter, basically cannot give me a list. I beg, I've pleaded, I've cried, she won't give me a list. So who knows what's gonna be under the tree for her, because I sure don't. But I probably will not be done until probably Monday, I would think. The last question is by Roger Ralston's wife. I think that's Judy. Does it help if we watch the entire commercial before videos? Yes, it does. It helps me. If you have time and you don't mind to watch the whole ad, that would be great. YouTube does pay me based on the amount of time an ad is watched, and so I do appreciate it. Sometimes people are a little bit funny about how YouTubers get paid, but we do put our own time and effort and money into our videos, and so it does help when we get that paycheck out on the other side. So it does help, so thank you for asking. But I totally understand. There are some times where I watch a video and will occasionally skip the ad because I don't have time. So I totally understand if that happens for you too. All right, you guys, I hope you liked this video. If you have any other questions, you can feel free to ask them below. And again, if you didn't get your question answered, I'm gonna post those 2 Q&As from before down below too, so you can go watch those. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.